again. Welcome to your Monday Marriage Tonic, where I give you tips to run your relationship better. Okay, and this morning, what do I have for you? I call it people faint. Rather, when people faint, they make bad decisions. Yes, when people faint, they make bad decisions. And when I mean faint, I don't mean as in faint physically, as if they are gone, about to die. No, that's what when they faint emotionally, when their strengths are gone emotionally, when they are overwhelmed by a situation, most likely they make wrong decisions. So you need to acknowledge this. You need to know this. You need to understand this. You need to accept that this is, and not just that, begin to think of ways by which you can help your spouse when your spouse is fainting. Remember, marriage is for what? Support. Yes, you need to support each other to achieve goals so that you achieve even more at the end of the day, more than you would have achieved if you were the only one. Yes. So understand that your spouse, your husband, your wife will likely take bad decisions when they faint, when they are overwhelmed by a situation. And that is why you must understand that you've got to be there for your spouse when such situation happen. Yes, you've got to be there. So how can you be there for them? Let's quickly talk about it. Like I said earlier, you have to ensure that you aren't down the same time that your spouse is down. Yes. And this requires that you are attentive. You listen more than you talk. Yes. Listen to your wife's emotion. Listen to that attitude. Listen to that look. Listen to that body gesture. Sometimes when people are overwhelmed, when they are fainting, you don't even know, except you are a good listener. That is why you must be a good listener as a wife. Be a good listener as a husband. Don't just be all out to say what you want. We want to talk. Be a listener. You have to listen. Listen to that emotion. Listen to that change of attitude. Listen to that change of mood. If you are not watchful, you won't even know that your man is fainting. You won't know that your woman is fainting. Before you know it, you'll be the same person complaining that they are not who they used to be. How would they be who they used to be when they are not internally? They are not even in their beds. They are not who they used to be internally. How would they be who they used to be externally? So something is happening internally that it takes a friend, it takes a support from somewhere to be able to come out of it. That's why I love the Bible. Bible in the book of Exercise, it says that, woe unto him that walks alone, because when he is down, we have nobody to uplift him, to bring him up. Okay, now that your wife is not walking alone, now that your husband is not walking alone, are you that person that is lifting him or her up when she is down, when he is down? You've got to be that person. Yes, you've got to be that person, and you can't be that person if you are not listening. If you are not listening to that change of mood, you are not listening to that change of attitude, you are not listening to that change of facial expression, you are not listening to that change of language. Yeah. You've got to be a good listener, a great listener to listen. It says, woe unto him that walks alone, because when he is down, he has nobody to lift him up. And that is why you have to make sure that it is not when your spouse is down that you want to be down also. When it's becoming touchy, that things are so expensive. No, I did this. No, because so many things, reacting to the economy, that is when you want to react also. No, it's not going to help your family. If you have kids, it's not going to help the kids, because you are going to descend everything, every aggression, you're going to pour it on the kids. And before you know it, you're having a chaotic home. You don't want that. So, people do take bad decisions when they faint, when they are overwhelmed. That's why you've got to be there for your spouse. When your spouse is overwhelmed, that is not the time for you to be overwhelmed. When your spouse is overwhelmed, that is the time for you to show understanding. And be patient, even when you are angry at their attitude at that time, at their things, the things they do at that time. Try to be patient and look at it. Where is this coming from? When you ask yourself that question, you'll be able to take a moment and say, okay, I'm going to do something about this. This is not going to ruin my home. So truly, you have to ensure that you are not down at the same time. You have to be there to lift them up. And sometimes I know you don't have what it takes to lift your spouse up. I've tried. Maybe you are there saying, I've tried all I can to lift him up, to help her, to do this, to do, but I just can't. I'm not just getting in. You can also find help for that spouse. It may be that you look for a counselor who can help, or somebody who could just talk. You don't have to be in the limelight. Yes. But look for help for us somehow. Look for help for him somehow. It could just be a material, and you're going to be, oh, I was going through this and I love it. Just take a style, just take a moment to help. Look for the wisdom to help to bring your spouse out of that overwhelming situation. And remember, when you want to help, the one that wants to help at that time must be stronger than the one that needs help. That is why you can't afford to be down when your spouse is down. Yeah. And like I said, this requires you to be a good listener, and then be there at the moment for your spouse. This is not the time to remember yesterday he did the same thing. That time, blah, 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 blah. When you're always down, you're always touchy. That is not the time to talk about the fact that he's always touchy when he's down, when he's overwhelmed by something. That's not the time to talk about it, because you're going to be adding to the problem. And that guy, that woman is going to be seeing you. If he's not seeing you as part of the problem before, he's going to be seeing you as part of the problem. Because for crying out loud, you are compounding the issue. That is not what he needs. That is not what she needs at that time. Be supportive. So I'm going to ask and round up with this. Okay? Last week, quickly run through last week. In what area? Ask yourself, have I been supportive to my husband? Have I been supportive to my wife to bring her out of, to lift her up out of a situation that was actually eating her up? Was there any? Can you think of any? Okay, you have another week now. What can you do? Cast your mind. Just think about it. There could be something that is, but I'm sure what I'm saying now is meant for somebody. Both of you can't be down at the same time. The economy is eating so hard, yes, but both of you still cannot be down at the same time. Before you know it, it's going to affect the kids. And by the time you are getting out of your own, you have a lot to settle with the kids. You have a lot of problem on hand. So please, that is why you must not lose it, even when you are losing it. Yes. When you are losing your head, make sure you're not losing everything. Please. And that is why you can't afford to be down when your spouse is down. I'm sure that this is for a family out there. This is for a family out there. Please, woman, you can't be down because your husband is down. When your husband is down, man, you can't be down when she is down. Now she's complaining so profusely. She's complaining so loud. She's not taking it anymore. She can't even take it anymore. She's this, she's that. Her tolerance level has really gone low, and she's at zero tolerance. That is not be the same time that you have zero tolerance. Yes. You've got to be supportive. You are there to be supportive, and that requires that you are present in the moment. At that very time, what is happening to your spouse? How can I help? What can I do in this very moment? Don't live in the yesterday with her. Don't live in the last year with her. Be there, not even in the future at that time with her. Live in the moment with her. She needs to be out. What can we do to get her out? He needs to be out. What can I do to get her out? What help can I do? So today it is for calling us to truly be that helpmate that we are to ourselves. And it doesn't have to be with just finance. No. In fact, it starts with emotion. There could be abundance of money in the house and everything in the family, and everything is still going haywire. Everything is still chaotic. If you are not balanced emotionally, even when there is money in your hand, you will not be able to regulate financially. And that is why this message is coming to you today. Ask yourself, what area will I be deliberate to be of that help to my spouse? I want you to be on the lookout, and I'm sure with that you will even have enough deposit. You'll be able to have opportunity to deposit some things emotionally into that your spouse that will strengthen your relationship. You need emotional deposits. And that could just be the opportunity for you to make deposits that will make her to respect you forever. That will make him to respect you forever. And that is it. God bless you. As you take your Monday Marriage Tonic. Love you always. This is Titilola Martins, your marriage counselor. Don't forget to reach out if you have any need for marriage counseling, family therapist. Oh, I'm glad to tell you, I am now a certified family and marriage therapist. Yes, relationship therapist. We thank God for what God has been doing through us, the grace of God. But now I am certified. Yeah. Okay. See you next week. God bless you.